Hi Simone, so this is a summary of the last time, the last session, and I just want to go through also January 9th, okay, making sure, I think we did everything. Just want to make sure, you remember some phrasal verbs, to put on a jacket, to figure out, to find something, to find out, to take off the shoes, take off also, the plane can take off, okay. Oh, what happened here? And mm, mm, mm. So I'm just going through. I went too far. So we to be diabetic or to have diabetes. To be diabetic, to have diabetes. Okay, elegant. We take off. Can the plane can take off, and when the plane comes on the to the ground, is landing. The landing or is landing. Take off your shoes, take them off. To take off the shoes or my shoes every night. I take my shoes off every night. You can say that as the same. It's the same meaning, but people are, they use this expression more commonly. I take off my shoes every night. To put a coat, to cut a coat on, something you're gonna wear, you're gonna put on your shoulders, on yourself. Put on your jacket, put on your shoes. I put on a fancy pants, the pair of pants, that's why it's plural. Put a blanket on the bed, so we can have also a complement on something, on the bed, on the table. Okay. To run into someone is to meet someone, but we commonly use this expression when we have like, hey, I run into my ex the other day, I didn't see my ex for a long time. I run into him. Okay. To figure something out is to understand. It's like after thinking about, the explanation, you know, linking different things together, you're gonna feel like oh, I already figured it out, meaning I understood and I found the solution, I resolved it. Okay. To look forward to meeting you. I look forward to meeting you. You're gonna. This is an. It's not a phrasal verb, but it's an expression we use a lot. I look forward to meeting you, to hearing from you, to talking to you, to meeting you, etc. I love eating. So we have a lot of verbs uh, like I love, I hate, I detest, I appreciate, I loathe. Loath. It's like to hate, to detest. I love eating chocolate. So we have an ing, a gerundive. Okay. I appreciate walking. Look it up. Look it up. It's research. Look for it on the internet. Look it up on the internet. Turn on the TV, to turn off the TV. Switch on, switch off. Put the TV on. We're not gonna say put the TV off. We can say that. It's more like, hey, turn off the TV. To put on weight. To put on weight is to gain weight. Okay. To put someone on. To tease someone. To make something up is to invent something. To create a story. Don't make that up. It's like, don't create a story. Don't lie, in a sense. Don't put on me is like, tell me the truth. Be frank. Be honest. Be blunt. Like, be frank. Okay. And we use the ebook, the American English, the American way. You already have the recording for it. I'm just going through, some expressions here. To be a couch potato is like lazy, slow, couch potato town. It's like people are not really productive. Trickster, be careful, remember of this word. To be tricky, it's tricky. It's like, it's complicated in a sense, or it can be, the kids, they can be tricksters, like, they can prank you, they can do some jokes, they can make jokes, sorry, and they can have fun, just hurting you, or making a mess around. They can prank you. It's a prank. They can be pranksters, and they can be trickies or tricksters, and it's tricky. Okay. Be careful of the word flower. It's like flower, but the context would tell us that is, in Spanish, is harina. Harina. Like, the powder, you use to make bread, eggs, toilet paper, etc., etc. So January 16th, we talked about the federalization. We can have the S or the Z depending on if it's British or American. The thing is, we talked about the situation in Brazil, and that your company is trying to sell. I mean, the president is trying to sell your company. They tried an IPO. They try pretty much everything in order to get something, and they are devaluating the value of the company. So the company's value is down because they want to sell as fast as possible, ASAP, 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 as soon as possible. But I said AFAP, as fast as possible. You're gonna see in America we use a lot of contractions. Okay, BFF, ASAP. Okay. FYI, sorry, FYI, for your information, by the way, BTW. So we love that. I would say the difference between British English and American English. Americans are faster. We speak faster, okay, and we contract everything. To pay off something is to finish paying something. To get a loan is to get a credit, okay. Can be a loan for the university, for anything, any kind of credits. What's specific to a house is a mortgage. Okay, so the stability right now in your company is quite unsteady. UNSTEADY, unsteady, and what's steady is stable. Okay, STEADY, steady. So it's not really stable right now, and there is the potential. I mean, a French company may be interested in buying your company, and so there are different offers, different speculations, etc. Your company is solvent, but well, you guys own a lot of money, so also it's another way of getting rid of. To get rid of. I need to write that up. Everyone is very loud. All weekend long was really loud, and still going on. It's hard sometimes to make the recordings because it's very loud. There's a truck, changing the asphalt of the street, so it's very, very loud. And I fall asleep. It's like 8:39. So this is a guy selling the tamales. So yeah, this is a Latino district, and you have also a Chinatown. So you can hear a lot of people speaking Chinese. So, but anyway, the guy is very annoying. I'm so sorry about that. So anyway, to get rid of something is to, to put something away. It's not to put something away, it's to toss something. And what does that mean is like, I'm going to get rid of I don't know, I'm going to get rid of this purse because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to sell it, I'm going to put it in the trash. Okay, I'm going to get rid of something. Okay, so you guys have different possibilities, different options. A plan B, okay. Plan A would be to sell everything, but plan B, we don't really know what's going to happen to your company, also to the different employees. Okay, I'm going to have to tell you something very honest. I think personally, America is easier to find a job. I think it's easier. If you want to work for the government, you need to be a citizen. You cannot really do anything else against. I mean, you cannot really work for the government without having the citizenship. In Canada, it's harder to find a job, especially if it's your first job. So I would recommend, to find a job before moving over there, because normally people, they go there, they spend a lot of money, they wait, and it can take up to a year to find a job. So either you can, go back to school, but it's a lot of money. You can try two different options, but the best and the ideal option, of course, is not necessarily easy, is to find a job before moving there. So there are different ways, many companies, they don't want to hire someone because it's too much, it's too risky. So of course you can sign a contract, but the problem is you can go back to your country whenever you want. So it's really risky for the company. And that's why it's very, very hard to find your first job. After you find your first job, after it's easier. Okay, but that's the first one. I stayed there, a PowerPoint presentation, to be loose. Imagine, I have a pants and my pants is too large. It's loose. Okay. You can have like a knot. You can make a knot. Like, you have a, let me show you the picture. It's going to be easier. Not this. This is for French. So a knot. I teach, I'm trying to teach 5 languages, right? I teach 4 languages. This is a knot. Let's see, you can see Spanish, French, German, English, Italian on my computer. So that's why I go back and forth between different languages. And I have like 25 recordings to make today. Plus, I have to go back to school. It takes forever to get there by car. And so it's I don't know, with the noise on the street, it's very challenging to be professional at times. That's the disadvantage of working at home. People are louder. I'm thinking about getting an office, but it's a lot of money I have to invest, and I have to, I don't know, some offices are not great, so you have to paint everything. I spent so much money on this house to renovate everything. I feel like the money is not staying in my bank account; it's just going away. So an office would be the ideal, but is ideally, not too far from my daughter's house, daughter's house, daughter's school. That would be the ideal. But anyway, now this is a knot. So if the knot is very tight like that, tight. Okay, tight. It's loose, like it's still open. It's loose like that. It's not really tight. Okay, to come back to the transcript. Loose, like relaxed, in a sense. Uninformed, misinformed. What I said here was, when you read the news, you are misinformed. But you don't read the news, you are uninformed. And it's really hard to find a middle ground between, the different, how can I say, the different behaviors. You want to know what's going on in the world, but, the media in general, they tend to really mess up everything. The journalists in general, they tend to mess up everything. They're paid to spread and to share certain information. I'm not going to say truth. What we say here in English is the establishment. The establishment is forcing people to think one way, to program them in a certain way, okay, in order for them to, to be predictable. The whole thing about this society is to make people predictable. That's where you know how to manipulate them. You know how to sell crap to them, in a sense. How to enact different treaties, different laws, everything. People don't want to read. And, the common thing we say in law is, when you have a contract you want to sign, people sign it without reading anything. And this is what's going on in life in general. People, they just, they take for granted, or they assume they know, but they don't. And what we say in English as well is the devil is in the details, especially in law, business law. The devil is in the details, meaning if you don't pay attention to the details, you're going to be screwed. To not use a vulgar expression is you're going to be fucked, seriously. So in America, we're really good at that. In Canada, it's a tiny bit slower and a tiny bit nicer. But in America, concerning business law, it's a serious business, a serious field. And you've got to know where you're going and what you're doing. So either you surround yourself with a team of lawyers, which can be very expensive, or the law. So to come back to English, the American way. Now it's an alarm. Really. Monday, everyone is excited. I don't know. Uh, those crazy kids, I don't think we did that. We're gonna do this one. Those crazy kids. Let's play it.
Those crazy kids. It's probably the same in the country you come from, but teenagers here sometimes sound like they speak a different language. Everyone uses some slang, sometimes, but it seems that teenagers use their own slang all the time. You may not expect to have a conversation like the next one, but you'll probably hear one. And it's fun to know what these crazy kids are talking about.
Yeah, everyone has a specific slang, so it's very important to. You may not have to use it, but you're gonna hear a lot of people using slangs. On the subways, the street, everything, especially in big cities. So the dialogue number three.
Say, what's up? Nothing much. What are you up to? Nothing really. We're just chilling. Hey, you're really rocking those cool jeans.
Oh, I was trying to. Okay, sorry about that.
Say, what's up? Nothing much. What are you up to? Nothing really. We're just chilling. Hey, you're really rocking those cool jeans. You're really styling. Thanks a bunch. They're from the mall. There's a huge sale at the cool store we really like. But hey, I can't talk now. I gotta run. Catch you later. Later, dude.
Oh, it's reversed here. So anyway, what's up? What's going on? What are you up to? What you up to? Like, so what you doing? What have you been doing? Not nothing really, nothing much. We're just chilling. We're relaxing. It's an old expression. I don't recommend to use it. We're really rocking these cool jeans. Like you're really looking good in them. They fit you well. They fit you well. Sorry. They're really styling. So the apostrophe means we don't pronounce the G. Thanks a bunch. Man, we can use it. It's becoming unpopular. Old, let's say that. It's becoming old. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Yeah, thanks a lot. I gotta run. I have to run. Okay. Later, dude. Catch you later. Catch you later, alligator. So it's fun to know what kids are talking about, but people who aren't teenagers sound funny using this slang. No kidding, dude. Oh, no kidding. Like, really? Exclamation. Exclamations are fun. They don't really have a special meaning, but they add excitement to what you sing. Here are some examples of common American expressions. Hey, wow, yikes. Ugh. Oh boy, man, oh brother. It's very old. Oh boy. You're gonna hear people, especially guys, talking to each other when they have a good relationship. They can say, hey, bro. Okay, I don't say that because it's not my style. So the vocabulary here is here. The kidding, later, catch you later, rocking, say, hey, say what's up. Teenagers, okay, what's up, what you up to? I don't recommend to use a slang you're not comfortable with, especially in America. They feel like it's not really, it's not really natural. So don't give them the opportunity to make fun of you. I mean, it can be, a way to socialize, but those guys are not really common. House tricks, it's not common. Don't remember that. And where have you been hiding? Where have you been? Common. Welcome with open arms. Very happy to see someone. Nah, we use that in very specific circumstances, especially families, older generations. What's happening? To be tied up, busy, full, busy. And what's happening? What's new? Now we'll go through this, getting around, and we have this way, riding the bus.
Riding the bus. No car? No problem. There are plenty of ways to get around. Most cities and towns have an efficient mass transit system. That is, they have buses or trains to get you where you need to go. Often, you may need to take a bus to the train station. Sometimes it can be complicated to figure out which bus or train will take you where, but there is help. Most cities have a special department just to provide that information. You can call the transit company to ask. When you call the company, you will need to tell them where you are and where you need to go. You can also ask if you need exact change for the bus. Drivers usually can't accept cash.
So efficient mass transit, commuting, public transportation, to provide is to give, complicated, we know what it means, it's difficult, okay? And here we have, I don't think we did this dialogue, but it's in preparation for later. So let me just play it.
Good afternoon, Unionville Transit System. This is Stanley speaking.
Hi, I need some travel information. I need to go to 52nd Street and Broadway. I live on 8th Street near 5th Avenue.
Well, you can take the B12 bus to Mercer Street. Then you'll have to catch the B9. You can take the subway too.
I live near a bus stop, so I prefer to take the bus. What time does it come?
The buses run about every 15 minutes. Bus schedules are posted at the bus stop. You can also check our website.
How much does it cost?
You'll need $2 and change. The driver won't take dollar bills, and he won't give you change. Make sure you have exact change.
Okay, thanks for the help. Have a good day.
So we understand easily, we can just be like, okay, make sure we can understand and reuse this expression to catch the bus, to catch the subway, to take the subway as well. It's better to say to take the subway than to catch the subway. Is when you're in a hurry, you can catch a bus or something. For some reason, we say to catch the bus and to take the subway, or to take the bus as well. I live near a bus stop, so be careful to catch, what was that? Okay, I live on 8th Street. I'm not going to say I live on the 8th Street, okay? Near 5th Avenue. The buses run about every 15 minutes. You need the exact change. So most bus systems offer a transfer. If you need to take more than one bus to get somewhere, you can get a free transfer to the second bus or train. Ask the driver. So this is like it's not a pass, but it's like just one ticket, I would say. And can be valid for an hour, so can be useful, cheaper as well. And many companies have an 800 number. An 800 number is a telephone number that will not be charged on your phone bill. Hey, we like free phone calls. So when they tell you, it's an 800 number, you're not gonna pay anything. The bus stop, commuter is a guy who's gonna travel. Okay, by bus, by train, by car. It's complicated. Efficient, efficient means efficient, like it's working well. Mass transit, it's a transportation system, the subways, the tram, the bus, etc., etc. To provide is to give. Run is to come or to be on schedule or to work, To take or catch a bus or train, to get on a bus or train. I'm going to play this one.
Pronunciation pointer. Even though it looks funny when you write it, the word buses is pronounced buses. In fact, some people spell it with 2 S's, just like it's pronounced. Sometimes in English, a word may have 2 correct but different spellings or pronunciations. Have to sounds like have to in spoken English.
Okay, and it's true. That's why many non-native speakers, they tend to be confused and lost because they feel like they hear something, but in fact it means something else. Have to. Okay, I have to go. I gotta run. I gotta go. Okay. We love contractions in American English, in Canadian English as well. I think Americans are faster. Every time I speak fast, every time I go somewhere, they're like, "Oh, speak fast." La, 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 la. Well, I think fast. That's why. English, nothing really new here. What we can do the next time is going underground. I believe we didn't do that. If I'm checking the transcript, we didn't do it. And the last time we talked about a trickster, etc., etc. So we're gonna start here, okay? Going underground, the subway, and we'll continue. I believe I'm just. That's why I have to write everything on Skype because. Yeah, I don't think we did that. We'll go through that. If I feel like we did it, we can. I'll just I'll do something else. But I'm under the impression we didn't do it. That's why I have to write everything on Skype and make sure I'm not wasting your time. Simone, I'll see you later. I have to go back to school because my daughter's gonna, there's like, it's like poetry day, and the kids are gonna be on stage and tell a poem. So my daughter is very shy, so I don't know if she's gonna do well. She knows a poem by heart, but she's very shy. But anyway, you have a beautiful early day. I'll see you in a few hours, and let me know if you need anything. You take care. Bye bye.